Motives behind meetings between the president's son, Donald Trump Jr., that he took during the campaign, especially in light of his changing explanations for those meetings. The New York Times reports he was promised damaging information about Hillary Clinton before agreeing to meet with a Russian lawyer with reported connections to the Kremlin.
Adam Schiff, top Democrat on the Intelligence Committee, back in July, was asked whether any sort of quid pro quo was on the table when the president's son and his campaign chairman and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, all met with a Kremlin-connected lawyer and a whole bunch of other Russians in Trump Tower last June.
Donald Trump Jr. wanted this information, damaging information on Hillary Clinton, very badly. Is she lying?
I have no idea. I've never met the woman, but I do know for a fact that Democratic Party operatives went to the Ukrainian embassy to coordinate oppositional research and attacks against our campaign. So that's a story. That's not somebody meeting under false pretenses to talk about another issue. That is Democratic operatives meeting with representatives of another government, not people who say they're from another country, people from another government.
Hillary Clinton didn't win the election. Many of her overseas ties are reasons why people
crimes aren't committed.
Okay,
I mean,
so all right, then,
this is what I find fascinating.
All right, so sir, if you want to make the argument that crimes were committed by Democrats, then if Donald Trump Jr. accepted a meeting like this and wanted this type of information with ties to a foreign government, would that also not be a crime?
I'm talking about the fact that you had a presidential candidate called Hillary Clinton running for the highest office in this country and the most powerful office in the world when her husband was getting $500,000 speaking fees from the Russian government. Not meetings with Russian nationals, $500,000 worth of payment from Russia.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
So we learned this week that two of the president's adult children, Ivanka and Donald Jr., came very close to being charged with felony fraud for their sales tactics in marketing the Trump Soho building. There's a timeline just that the New Yorker and ProPublica, et cetera, put together in which it goes as follows. In 2010, the office opens an investigation into Ivanka and Don Jr. Then in 2012, Mark Kasowitz, Trump's lawyer, donates $25,000 to Cyrus Vance's re-election campaign, a contribution that was later returned. In 2012, Kasowitz visits with DA Vance in August of 2012. That was in May. Then in August, prosecutors dropped the case. Then in 2013, Kasowitz hosts a fundraiser for Vance and donates $32,000. Now,
Senate Homeland Security Committee are pushing back against an expected vote to subpoena a Democratic consulting firm in the committee's investigation into Hunter Biden. It's so tiring. The move came the day before.
Because, can I just say?
Yeah.
Can I just say, Willie?
Yeah.
Because when we're in the middle of a pandemic.
The vote that they're going to have today is meant to revive headlines of Hunter Biden and Burisma and try to make American people believe that something nefarious happened when, let's be very clear here, there is zero evidence at all that anything corruptive happened. This is nothing but conspiracy-driven Russian propaganda from the virus.
Exactly.
We know it's probably coming back in the fall. 30 million people out of jobs. Do they think the American voter is that stupid? Is that out of touch with their own needs and their own survival, that they think something about the other candidate's son in a business dealing has anything to do with what matters to them in life?
So we learned this week that two of the president's adult children, Ivanka and Donald Jr., came very close to being charged with felony fraud